How's it going, guys? My name is TJP, and today we are back in another MLB The Show 21 franchise rebuild. Today we're going to be building the Los Angeles Angels. Now, I'm wearing a Yankee shirt. Bad idea to wear a Yankee shirt, but I don't have an Angels shirt. So, either way, we're going to be playing with the Los Angeles Angels. Their goal is to win the division each year, and then have to win the World Series. But I don't care about any of that, because all I care about is winning the World Series. So, it doesn't matter the contract. Either way, we've got a pretty good team. We've got Mike Trout, obviously, but, you know, let's slow our rolls. We have a good team, but we're going to still make some moves, guys. So, if you're excited like I am, leave a like, subscribe, check out the description, playlist down there, as well as all my socials. With that being said, let's get on to the video. Alright, guys, so let's take a look at the lineup. So, we got David Fletcher at second base. Definitely going to want to keep him around. He plays a lot of different positions as well, which is kind of cool. Got Jose Iglesias at short. Might look to upgrade the shortstop position, possibly. Although he had a really good year last year. Yeah, I mean, he's a decent player to have, Jose Iglesias. Obviously, Mike Trout, we're going to keep him around. You got Anthony Rendon, who we'll keep around as well. We got Jared Walsh at first. Might like to upgrade first base eventually. Same with left field. The outfield, besides Trout, definitely would like to upgrade that. Got Kurt Suzuki. Albert Pujols, who technically got released. In real life, we still have him. And then Scott Schebler. Yeah, we're definitely going to want to move on from him. And then got Anthony Boom, Juan Lagares, Franklin Barreto, Mike Stasi. All the homies on the bench. So, yeah, there's some work to be done. There's definitely some work to be done. Let's take a look at our rotation. We got Shohei Ohtani, Dylan Bundy, Andrew Heaney, Griffin Canning, and Jaime Barradia. Or Barradia. I don't know how to say his name, but Griffin Canning's got high potential, which is nice. But yeah, I mean, we've got Aaron Sledgers. Hopefully he's a pretty good bullpen guy. Jose Quintana as our long reliever as well. So three long relievers, I should say. Taylor Cole is also in there. Got Mike Myers, Alex Claudio, Steve Chisek, Tony Watson, and Raisel Iglesias, who usually does pretty good in these simulations, so definitely want to keep him around as well. But there are some moves that we need to make. I think the most glaring move would be to get a right fielder right now. So if I can get a right fielder, I will. But otherwise, maybe get a catcher as well, possibly. Maybe another arm would be cool. But yeah, we don't have a lot of cap space. So if I could clear up some cap, that'd be kind of cool too. All right, I'm going to do this deal with the Indians. We're going to get Eddie Rosario and Phil Matone from the Indians for Justin Upton, Albert Pujols, and Brandon Marsh. Brandon Marsh being the top prospect, throwing him in there to be able to get Eddie Rosario. And we're just going to trade away Albert Pujols and Justin Upton. Albert Pujols got released, but I'd rather get something for him. And Justin Upton, just a very expensive contract. Get a better left fielder, and we get another bullpen guy, which is kind of cool. So I think that's the first move I'm going to make. I might make one more move for a right fielder, and I'll show you guys that trade once I make it. I'm ready to just deal with the Mariners. We're gonna give them Jeremiah Jackson, Alex Cobb, another really expensive arm, and then Deshaun Knowles, and we're gonna get Mitch Haniger and Tom Murphy from the Seattle Mariners. So upgrade the right field spot and the catcher spot as well. So that's kind of cool. I don't know if it's really a big upgrade in right field, not really, but I think it makes the team a little bit better, and we have so much more cap space now, which is beautiful. So that's gonna be definitely very helpful. As the season wanes. I guess Kurt Suzuki is still our starting catcher. I mean, I'm okay with that. We have 4 catchers now. For some reason, I guess Kurt Suzuki's still starting with us. I don't know why. He's going to be a free agent. I'll probably just let him walk, though. Especially since we have 3 catchers, and they're all on arbitration. So, yeah, probably going to let Kurt Suzuki walk, but we'll let him play it out the season. And then, obviously, the rotation... pretty much the same, and then obviously Phil Matone is in the bullpen, which is kind of cool. So yeah, guys, I'm going to simulate the trade deadline, see how we're doing, and I'll show you guys the stats once I get there. Alright guys, so we're currently at contract extension / trade deadline area, and we're currently 62-43. 3.5 games up against the Astros, so we're actually playing pretty well. which is good to see. David Fletcher having a decent year. Jose Iglesias is having a great year. Mike Trout, not too bad, but maybe a little bit better. I mean, he's doing good. He's an all-star. I can't complain. Anthony Rendon is having a great season, which is nice. Jared Walsh is playing really well. He's got A potential, so that's good. Eddie Rosario struggling a little bit as of late. Maybe he'll pick it up. Mitch Haniger not doing too bad in right field. He was a pretty decent pickup. Kurt Suzuki kind of struggling a little bit. And then Dexter Fowler is our DH, and yeah, he's actually having a good year. He's doing decent. I don't know if I want him being the DH, but I guess we'll have to take it. Tom Murphy, who we traded for, has not had an at-bat, which is weird. Max Stassi, though, he's doing pretty good off the bench when he catches, so that's nice to see. Take a look at our rotation. Shohei Ohtani's been awful. I don't know why he's pitching. I feel like he should just not pitch. Is there a way I can change his stats so I can see? Oh, okay, nice. Toggle statistics. He's hitting the ball well though, which is cool. He's a great offensive player. He just can't pitch. So I don't know if I want him really pitching that much. So yeah, I mean, I guess he's okay to have as another guy, but honestly, his hitting is great, which is good. Andrew Heaney, he's doing really well. Dylan Bundy's doing decent. Griffin Canning is doing okay. Maybe a little bit better, but it's fine. He's still developing. And then Jaime Barria is doing really good. Or Barria. And then Aaron Sledgers is pitching nicely in the bullpen. Same as Jose Quintana. He's actually having a good season. Steve Chisek doing well. Phil Maiden struggling. Alex Claudio struggling. Honestly, the bullpen's overall is doing decent. A couple guys here and there not pitching that well, but really that trade with the Mariners was terrible. Now I think about it, but hey, you know, it is what it is, right, boys and girls? We tried. Anyone on a contract extension, I'm going to double check here, see who is going to be a free agent. Eddie Rosario, probably look to keep him, and Andrew Heaney. And Dylan Bundy is also a free agent. All right, and Raziel Iglesias is a free agent. So there are some guys that I want to keep. Jose Iglesias, probably want to keep him around on a cheap deal. Everyone else here, Tony Watson. Yeah. I'm going to do some contract extensions. I'll see you guys at the end of the year. Hopefully we're in the postseason. We should be. But you never know with this game. All right, well, what did I tell you guys? We did absolutely horrible after the trade deadline. In fact, I think we only won like 20-something games, which is kind of embarrassing. But let's take a look here at what happened here. So, I'll actually show you guys. We had a very bad stretch in the beginning of August. Actually, August was a terrible month. In September, we didn't do that well. So yeah, 85 and 78. We kind of struggled at the end after the trade deadline, which is not good. David Fletcher had a good year, pretty good year. Mitch Haniger was okay. Mike Trout didn't do that great. I'm not gonna lie, kind of struggled a little bit. I mean, he obviously played well, but I mean, you know, but like, you know, I would have expected a little bit better from Mike Trout. Anthony Rendon had a great season. Jared Walsh ended the season cold, which isn't good. Edward Rosario, I extended him, and he kind of struggled a little bit. Kurt Suzuki, I'm gonna let him walk. Kenneth Derley, he was very average. And then Tom Murphy is playing shortstop. Why? Why is he playing shortstop? It's a really good question. Why is he playing shortstop? I don't understand that. Considering Matt Tice could play third. And we have other guys that could play short. So I don't understand that. Alright, cool. Pitching rotation. Yeah, Ohtani should just not be a pitcher. Like, he should just be... Yeah, his offense is great. Like, when he hits, he's pretty good. He should just be literally a center fielder. Or something, an outfielder. Andrew Heaney kind of struggled at the second half. Dylan Bundy does well. Griffin Canning. The rotation wasn't awful, but besides Ohtani sucked. But the bullpen... Patrick Sandoval only pitched 1.2 innings. Phil Maiden kind of did a little bit better in the second half, but he still didn't have that great of a year. Really, I think the problem was the offense. Couldn't hit the ball. And also, Ohtani should just not be pitching. Like I said, I don't know why he is, but I don't know. He should hit more. He really should. Astros lose to the Dodgers. So Dodgers get their revenge against the Astros. Yeah, time to go to the offseason. Got some work to do. Alright, guys, so we ended up picking up James Paxton. Wanted to get another starter, and I didn't want to just get Noah Syndergaard again. We also got Trevor Story, one of the shortstops. So I was like, all right, let's get shortstop. Matt Barnes, tried to offer him a contract. So he, I guess, isn't going to come with us. No biggie, no biggie, no biggie. I thought I offered a couple other guys some contracts. I'll try to get another reliever, definitely. Kirby Yates would be decent, although he didn't have that good of a year. So I might try to just get like a different kind of reliever. Shane Green, how did he do? I mean, he didn't really play. David Robertson, Alex Claudio, Darren O'Day. Darren O'Day is a pretty good pickup, so we'll just do the cheese. Guys, if I was like legit about actually playing the game, I wouldn't offer everyone 15-year contracts, but it's just guaranteed that they'll sign. So we're going to do that. Eduardo Rodriguez goes to the Blue Jays, which is annoying. We do get Corey Seager, which means I could flip Trevor Story. I don't know. Would I rather have Trevor Story or Corey Seager? Probably Corey Seager. Yeah, I might look to see if I could literally trade Corey Seager for maybe... I could either do relievers or I could do like a starter and a reliever. Ooh, that'd be kind of interesting. Starter, reliever, maybe even a right fielder. But let's see what that can be. I'm going to try to see if I can make a move here. So I know we just picked up Trevor Story, and I know we just picked up Darren O'Day, and I know Jose Quintana had a good year, but like Mookie Betts exists. I could trade for Mookie Betts. Why does the game allow me to do that? Unless I can get a better, unless I can get like a good starting pitcher, for him, for all these people, which. I'm looking at it, like, if I can get Degrom, that'd be kind of sexy. Maybe I can. If I can get Degrom, I will get Degrom, but it doesn't even look like I can get Degrom unless I trade Dylan Bundy. Do I want to trade Dylan Bundy? Well, if I do that... Ooh. Do I trade for Degrom or Mookie Betts? That's really tough. That's really, really tough. That's really, really tough. That is actually really tough. I think I'm going to do this deal with the Mets, actually. Never mind Mookie Betts. I might regret this. Nah, I don't think I'll regret it, because Jacob Degrom is good. I barely ever... You know what? Yeah, we're doing Jacob Degrom. Screw it. We're going to trade with the Mets. We're going to do the Mets, and I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that. I can always sign a right fielder in free agency next year, by the way. Because Joey Gallo and Aaron Judge. So, yes, I lost out on Mookie Betts, but you know what? Jacob Degrom will help us out in the pitching department, especially since we didn't really sign a free agent. I mean, Noah Syndergaard's still here. I could sign him. Might as well give him a contract, right? Like, I could give Noah Syndergaard a contract. I mean, why not? Why not, game? Will you... I mean, I don't want Noah Syndergaard, to be honest, but if the game's just going to let me get him, like, I will take him. I don't know if I got him or not. Okay, we got Noah Syndergaard. Okay, cool. All right, guys, I'm just going to simulate to the offseason. I'll see you guys I'll see you guys at the start of next season. Okay, guys, good news and bad news. Bad news is we lost Jared Walsh in the Rule 5 draft. And to be honest, like, I'm not even gonna... It's not worth trying to get him. Get him back. I mean, it is, but it isn't. So we're just gonna deal with it. I picked up Michael Brantley because I was like, all right, let's do it. Because I already knew I was gonna lose someone to the Rule 5 draft, and it happened to be my first baseman. So we now have George Baldwin playing first base. He has high potential, but I mean, yeah. I think this is the guy I drafted, if I'm not mistaken. I don't remember. But anyways, Tom Murphy, Mitch Haniger, Eddie Rosario is our DH now, Anthony Rendon, Corey Seager, Mike Trout, David Fletcher, Michael Brantley. Honestly, the team is pretty good. We got Jose Iglesias off the bench, Franklin Barreto, and then Otto, this guy Otto, I guess, is here, another catcher, and then Max Stassi. I don't know why we have 3 catchers, but we do. Actually, 3 catchers isn't that bad. What am I talking about? We don't have any outfielders, though. I guess Shohei Ohtani, technically speaking, can fill in that role. Yeah, I would rather Shohei Ohtani not be a pitcher, not going to lie. But you know what? If he's not our ace, it's not that big of a deal. Okay, so we got Degrom and Syndergaard. I mean, all right, cool. We basically said, okay, Mets, let's just take your pitching rotation and add it to our lineup. Okay, cool. James Paxton, also not too bad of a signing. Then we got Shohei Ohtani and Andrew Heaney. Not too bad. Griffin Canning and Jaime Bardia, both in the bullpen now. We got Tony Watson, Phil Matone, Noah Ramirez, then Mike Myers, Steve Chisek, and Raisel Iglesias. It says our bullpen isn't that good, which I think it's actually not too bad, to be honest. But, you know, really the glaring hole is first base. Maybe I'll see if I can do something at the deadline, but chances are I'm not going to be able to do it. So we'll probably just have to wait till free agency to maybe get like a Max Muncy next year and just have to ride out the 43 overall. Oh, lordy. Okay, I'm going to do 2 things. We're going to get Joey Gallo. We're going to get Joey Gallo right now. He's on the trading block. I think that will help us out with right field. We're going to have to trade Mitch Haniger, Mike Myers, and Pat Valaika. I don't really know if he's even in the pros. So we're going to just deal with Joey Gallo. He's not even having that great of a year, but I'm going to do this deal anyway. Maybe that'll help us out a little bit. But he's doing okay. But that's the first deal I want to make. And then Jesus Aguilar. Looks like the Marlins are having a fire sale right now. I need a first baseman, so if I could get him, that'd be great. I don't want to have to give up Eddie Rosario, though. If I can not give up Eddie Rosario, would there be like a way I can make this work game? How is Eddie Rosario doing? Yeah, he's having a good season, so I don't want to trade him. So I'm gonna see if I can get Jesus Aguilar without having to give Eddie Rosario. Cool. Max Stassi and Errol Robinson for Jesus Aguilar, who's having a decent year. So we're going to do that. So we just did 2 trades with the Marlins, took Joey Gallo and took Jesus Aguilar. Helps us out because we need a better first baseman. We're 50-37, which is not too bad. 9.5 games. But again, we choked in this after I paused after the deadline. We choked. So I'm trying to avoid that situation again. Michael Brantley is having a pretty good year. So is David Fletcher. Mike Trout, that's the season I want to see from him. He's having a great year. Corey Seager's actually kind of been struggling recently, but he's still having a good year. Anthony Rendon, pretty good from him. Jesus Aguilar doing decent. Eddie Rosario doing pretty well. Hopefully Joey Gallo could just hit some home runs in the 8th spot. And then Tom Murphy for a catcher. Not too bad, man. Jose Iglesias, decent off the bench. Shohei Ohtani also doing decent. He's probably just not pitching that well, I would assume. But you never know. Maybe he's actually doing decent pitching. James Degrom kind of not pitching as well as I would want him to. But he's doing decent. Syndergaard's doing decent. Yeah, Shohei Ohtani's just not doing that well as a pitcher. James Paxton's having a great season, and then Griffin Canning, I guess, is in the starting rotation. Andrew Heaney dropped out, even though he's having a really good year. Okay. Steve Chisek in the bullpen with Raisel Iglesias, who's not having that great of a year. Tony Watson, who's doing okay, and then Noah Ramirez is our closer. Sure, I guess. I mean, the team is decent. We have a decent squad. I'm not going to sit here and BS you guys. We do have a pretty good team. I'm looking here if there's anyone that's arbitration eligible. A lot of these guys are on arbitration. Some of these guys I do have to re-sign, like Joey Gallo and Jesus Aguilar. No wonder they were on the trading block. I mean, it makes sense because they're going to be free agents, and the Marlins probably don't want to re-sign them. Pedro Strop, I don't really care about that. Yeah, I'm just going to re-sign Jesus Aguilar and Joey Gallo, and I'll see you guys at the end of the year. As of right now, the Giants sit in third. Alright guys, so we went 102-60, won our division, taking on the White Sox in the division series, which is kind of sweet. So we did end up making the playoffs, which is awesome. Let's take a look at the standings before I do anything. The AL wild card was very weak. Okay. Dodgers and Padres both won 102 games, over 100 games. Yankees won 110. Okay, very cool, very cool. All right, just looking here. Sick, very sick, very sick. So, let's take a look at the lineups here. So Michael Brantley ended up having a good year. David Fletcher also played well. Mike Trout had a great season, and Corey Seager definitely picked it up in the second half. These guys are punch. And even Anthony Rendon, throw him in there as well. Why not? He had a good year. Jesus Aguilar, he was a good trade. He ended up performing really nicely. Joey Gallo, not too bad, I guess. 240, you know, it's not the end of the world when he hits 240. He usually hits like close to the Mendoza line, if anything. Jose Iglesias at DH, not the worst thing. And Tom Murphy kind of cooled down a little bit. Look at anyone else here, nothing too special. Shohei Ohtani, man, why is he a pitcher? Dude, look at his pitching stats, not that great. And then you look at his hitting, like, dude, he can hit the damn ball. Like, I don't want him as a pitcher. Honestly, he would have solved the left field problem and the right field problem that we had if he just played outfield the entire time. But I digress. Or he would just DH. I think he would usually just they'd usually DH him anyway. I don't think he really ever plays the field. But yeah, I just don't want him pitching. Like, be a reliever, dude. Anyways, so yeah, that was the lineup. Oh, almost exited the game and would have ruined my video. Jacob Degrom, good year from him. He ended up doing well. Ended up being hot. Syndergaard, not too bad from him. Shohei Ohtani, yeah, he just shouldn't be a pitcher. I appreciate the effort of trying to do everything. But yeah, Ohtani, you're better off just being an outfielder. James Paxton, he was a good pickup. Griffin Canning ended up doing not too awful. Andrew Haney had a great year. Jaime Barria, he was good. Didn't play a lot, but he pitched really well when he did play. The middle relievers, not too strong. And then Phil Maiden was good this year in his limited amount of time. And then Rizal kind of struggled a little bit. Noah Ramirez, not too bad. 30 saves. It's decent. Bullpen's a little bit scary, but I think we'll be okay. I think we can make some noise in the postseason. The only way to find us to simulate. So we're taking on the White Sox. Game 1 against them. We do win. Game 2, we win. And Game 3, we win. So we swept them. And we're taking on the Yankees or the Indians. Either or, we'll see which it's going to be. It's going to be the Indians. So the Indians beat the Yankees, who won 110 games. So they kind of choked it. Taking on Shane Bieber versus Jacob Degrom. Game 1, we win 5-0. Game 2, we win. We win Game 3, we don't. Game 4, we lose. We lose 3 straight, which means, are we going to lose 4 straight? Or are we going to win 2 straight? That's what I like to see. We're taking on the Mets. Of all teams, we're taking on the Mets. Taking on the Mets. What were the Mets' record? They were... How'd they do? The Mets. 90 wins. And their team, like, if I'm looking at their, like, rotation, because I'm curious to see, like, what team they have, or... Oh, okay. How do I do this? Oh, okay. I've never seen this screen before. Oh, okay. Sure. Alright, cool. So, yeah, David Peterson. Yeah, their rotation isn't as scary. I mean, they have Dylan Bundy, because we gave him Dylan Bundy, but that was the only guy we gave him. Alright, cool. So, Game 1 against the Mets, we lose. Cool. And we lose Game 2. Cool. We lose Game 3. Cool. Alright, Game 4 we win. We win Game 5. We lose Game 6. So we choked. We took their 2 best starters and choked. Of course, we had a decisive Shohei Ohtani on the mound. Let's just see here. Syndergaard, what happened? Degrom, what happened? You got lit up, dude. Oh, never mind. You won. What am I talking about? Guys, we get to the World Series and we lose. Come on. All right, we got another season, so no fretting. I don't know what we need, but we're just gonna sign a couple more guys. Probably some bullpen, mostly bullpen. I think we're gonna focus on maybe a catcher. That'd be kind of neat. But other than that, I think I like the team. Yeah, so we ended up picking Mike Clevenger. I mean, I was like, all right, let's get another starter. Why not? We also got Wilson Contreras. Helps with the catching like makes it better, I guess. I don't know about offensively, but I mean, you get what you can get out of catcher. Aaron Nola goes to the Nationals. You also get Ken Giles to help out the bullpen, which is cool. Offered some other closers and relievers some contracts. So mainly relievers. We'll see if we end up actually picking them up, or if they're gonna get lost in the sauce, which they might. So yeah, no, we ended up picking them up. I can tell. So yeah, we got a lot of people. Okay, Eddie Rosario was in the minors for some reason. I don't know. Maybe he wasn't. I don't know what happened. Maybe he was partially. Okay, so I'm going to simulate to the start of next season. I'll see you guys once I get there. All right, guys, third and final season. We've got Michael Brantley in left field with David Fletcher at second, Mike Trout center field, Corey Seager. Then we got Anthony Rendon, Justin Turner. We picked him up. He'll be at the DH. I think that's kind of sick that we have him as a DH. They got Jesus Aguilar, Joey Gallo, Wilson Contreras. So looks like Eddie Rosario is in the minors, possibly. Well, I don't know where he is. Maybe he's hurt. Actually, never mind. What am I talking about? No, I don't know where he is. Where is Eddie Rosario? I don't know. We're not in the regular season. I just realized that. So let's just check here and see where Eddie Rosario actually is. Oh, there he is. He's on the bench. Okay. Honestly, the bench is kind of nice, but again, they're not. He's probably gonna be in the minors half the year. I already know it. Justin Turner, I guess, is DH. Lefties and righties. So it looks like Eddie Rosario doesn't really play anymore, which is kind of weird. Okay. Cool. So that's happening, I guess. Let's take a look at the rotation. So Degrom, Syndergaard, Clevenger, Ohtani, and Paxton. Pretty good rotation. Griffin Canning is in the bullpen. We got Dan Winkler as well. We signed him. We signed Chapman and Ken Giles. I guess those are the guys we ended up getting. I'll take it. I think the bullpen's a little bit better than what it was before last year. I mean, it says we have the second best bullpen. Does that mean anything? No. What does that mean? Position rankings. I don't know what that does. Oh, I guess that's scouting. All right. Cool. All right. So, guys, I'm going to see you guys at the trade deadline, see how we are. If I need to make a move, I will make a move. Otherwise, this is basically the team we're going to be rocking with.
The White Sox sit in second place in the AL Central Division.
Oh, my God. Guys, I'm doing this deal. So, Eddie Rosario is kind of struggling a little bit, and we have Michael Brantley. Justin Turner's our DH. Jaime Barria, Albert Pujols. Of course, Albert Pujols is somehow back on the Angels. I don't understand it. Okay, cool. We're going to get Pete Alonso. We're going to trade for Pete Alonso, the polar bear. We're going to do it. The Mets. We've been making a lot of moves with the Mets for whatever reason. I don't know why. Jesus Aguilar, he's having a pretty good season, but I guess if we have Pete Alonso, what does that mean? Does that mean someone goes to the DH? Maybe it means Jesus Aguilar goes to the DH. Possible. Okay, he does. And then Justin Turner is not even in the majors, so okay, cool. Taking a look at the lineup. Yeah, Michael Brantley's he's pretty good in this game, honestly. He usually does really well. David Fletcher's having a good year, pretty good year. He's been on fire as of late. Mike Trout, MVP. Corey Seager's also having a really good year, too. We got Pete Alonso now at first base. Anthony Rendon doing decent. Not hitting a lot of home runs for some reason. Jesus Aguilar now as a DH since we have Pete Alonso, I guess, or maybe they'll switch off on and off between DH. Joey Gallo is doing okay, and then Wilson Contreras actually having a good year, so that's nice. He was a good pickup. And Shohei Ohtani, why aren't you hitting more? See, like, okay, let's look at his pitching. He's a terrible pitcher, but he's a really damn good hitter, so yeah, I don't know. This game is weird. Yeah, the team is looking nice. I'm not gonna lie. Degrom is having a pretty good year. Same with the Syndergaard. He's doing decent. Yeah, Ohtani's just not a very good pitcher. Clevenger's kind of been struggling. Griffin Canning's not been doing that great. James Paxton's in the bullpen for some reason. But okay. Yeah, the bullpen's kind of weird. I don't really like the bullpen. I mean, the back end's fine, but the middle's a little sus. And then this is scaring me a little bit. I think Clevenger will pick it up. Maybe Griffin. Shohei Ohtani's a lost cause as on the mound, but you know what? Again, I commend Shohei Ohtani. He's a good hitter when he plays, and Yeah. I'll take it, guys. I can't be mad. I can't be mad, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, the guy rakes at the plate when he does play. So, and by the way, when does he hit? Almost never. So I don't know when he was actually hitting. I mean, sure. Cool. Fair enough. Either way, 62 and 32. We probably will win the division if we don't choke. So we got that going for us. And also, wild card's looking kind of thin. Well, the Astros have our game back. So I don't know. Let's just simulate and hope for the best. I'm going to do one more deal, actually. We're going to give up Malik Smith and Chad Schreiber, and we're going to get Jazz Chisholm for the Rangers. He'd be a backup shortstop. I'm cool with that. I'm going to do that deal with the Rangers. So that's the last move I'm going to make, guys, and I'll see you guys at the end of the year. Well, we went 102 and 60 again. Same record as last year. We are in the postseason. We're going to be taking on the winner of the Astros and Yankees. I almost said Rockets. All right, taking a look at the lineups here. So Micah Brantley kind of ended the season off cold, but he's still playing really, really well. So he must have had a hot stretch and then got cold. David Fletcher, decent, pretty good year from him. Mike Trout, also cold, but he had a great season. Corey Seager had a really good year. He might have won the MVP actually. Pete Alonso also on fire, which is nice. Andy Rendon had a good year. Jesus Aguilar was okay. Joey Gallo was decent, and then Wilson Contreras had a good year. You know what? I can't be mad at that. Jazz Chisholm, not too bad. I don't know how much he actually played once we traded for him, but I'll take it. Tom Murphy didn't really do that much. Jose Iglesias, Nelson Cruz never really played. Jose Iglesias is pretty good as well. I mean, I just really have 2 shortstops. Shohei Ohtani, why aren't you, again, you know what? If I trade for Shohei Ohtani, I'm not having him pitch. Unless he's a reliever. Maybe I'll have him be a reliever. Starting pitcher, no. 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 Just, no. He should just stay as a reliever slash outfielder. Alright. Anyways. Let's take a look here at the pitching rotation. So, Degrom and Syndergaard, not too bad. You guys already saw Ohtani, and then they kind of did a little bit better to end off the year, which is nice. James Paxton had a great season. The bullpen is decent. Chapman kind of struggled. So did Ken Giles, definitely struggled a lot. Okay. Dan Winkler was decent. Tony Watson, okay. I'm nervous. I am nervous. Let's see who we're going to be taking on. Let's find out. It's going to be the Yankees. Degrom versus Garcia. Game 1, we win 2-0. Game 2, we win 4-1. All right, so we swept them, which is cool. Very, very sick. And I just realized my OBS Elgato was playing music the entire time, so I'm probably going to get copyright. That's annoying. Okay. I don't know why I muted it, but it doesn't really matter, I guess. So if the music's still a bit louder and you're watching the video now, it's to drown out the background noise. All right, so we're taking on the winner of the Indians and Astros, I believe they said it was. So we're just gonna sim through date. So we're taking on the Indians. All right, game 1 we lose, game 2 we lose, game 3 we lose, and we get swept by the Indians. And that's pretty much how the video is going to end. Cool. So we couldn't get a World Series with the Angels. Braves beat the Indians in 2020 World Series. Well, we have first in contact, power, and pitching. Mid-D and a slow team. That seems to be like every team ends up being like that. Well, the Angels do want to keep me around. That's kind of nice, but not that it matters because we're pretty much done here, ladies and gentlemen. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. We're just going to close it out here. So yeah, let's get on into it. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like, subscribe, comment down below for more video ideas. Twitch, Twitter, Discord, YouTube, Reddit, all down in the description. And I apologize for the audio if it's gonna be a little bit louder, softer, or whatever. Just tends to be that tends to happen when I forget to turn down my Elgato volume. Yeah, I should just mute the music in the game. I might just do that right now. I don't know. We'll see. Anyways, guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Take care. Enjoy the rest of your night. And I'll see you all for the next video, which is going to be the Dodgers. So if I don't win, I'm deleting my channel. Peace.